there's something wrong with my partner, and if only they would change, everything between us would be different, is something I get to hear a lot, whether in individual or couples therapy. But the fact is, in a relationship, problems are co-created. They do not reside in one person. The biggest issue becomes the negative cycle that a couple creates. They get locked into a repeated negative way of interacting with each other. One example of this cycle is the criticism defensiveness cycle. Does this sound familiar? Imagine a wife who's really critical and always trying to get her husband to change, and he's responding with defensiveness and dismissiveness. So what's going on here? Is it one person's fault? It's the cycle. The wife's criticism is likely so hard for the husband that he responds to defend himself and becomes dismissive. But his dismissiveness and defensiveness is so hard for her that she just becomes increasingly more critical. So they're both in a negative loop and both need to take some action. How do we then break out of this sort of negative cycle? The first step, breathe a sigh of relief and know that this is really common. You are not alone. The second, start to take the attitude that it's us versus this negative cycle that we've created. It's not you versus me. We're still a team. And finally, take some of that laser sharp focus that you have on changing your partner and start looking at what you could do differently. It would be great to do this together, but remember, when we change, the world around us changes. So take individual responsibility.